shocking moments in football. So shocking, maybe one where a football match turns into a primetime UFC match. Or when a player forgot what goal he was supposed to score in and decided to defend instead. But first, let's dive into the crazy saga of a coach losing his marbles and going after a woman ref. So, Rafael Soriano went all out and got the boot from his gig as the boss at Desportivo Ferroviaria because he decided to headbutt a lineswoman. Yep, you heard it right, a headbutt. This embarrassing episode went down in April when Soriano, in a fit of rage over a call, charged onto the field and vented his frustration on poor Marcieli Neto. Talk about a major facepalm moment for the coach. You can tell she was shocked. He totally got what he deserved after that moment. But you can't say Ronaldo got what he deserved when he got all emotional on live TV. I mean, who could forget that time he had a heart-to-heart with Piers Morgan? Things took a wild turn when they started talking about Ronaldo's old stomping ground, Manchester United. It got real quick. He didn't sugarcoat it. Took some serious jabs at the management and poor Erik ten Hag.
When I arrived, I thought everything will be different, the technology, the infrastructures and everything. But I was surprised in a bad way, let's say in that way, because I saw everything was the same. No, of course not.
You never heard of this guy?
Nobody, and the people who I speak, nobody knew it was him. Deep inside me, I never saw him as a boss because I saw some points that I never agreed, and he stopped in the time as well, because if you're not being a coach, the next 5 years, you're gonna lost the identity of to be a coach.
Ouch, right? Put yourself in Manchester United's or Erik ten Hag's kicks. Not exactly the kind of talk you want to hear. Now let's hit the rewind button for a sec. Back then, Ronaldo wasn't even snagging a starting spot. He was just chilling on the bench, thanks to the manager's decisions. That's when the rumor mill started grinding, thinking maybe Ronaldo spilled some hot tea to push the club into cutting ties because he was so ready to hit the road. Who knows what shady stuff goes on behind closed doors? But behind closed doors, we all know there is competition within the team between players. But trying to end someone's career to take a spot is totally crazy. Aminata Diallo, the ex-PSG and France player, went full crazy trying to secure her spot on the team. Like really nuts. Apparently, she got caught up in some messy business, accused of being involved in this brutal attack on her old teammate Kira Hamraoui last year. Now, listen to this juicy scoop. When Kira spills the beans, she's like, "They straight up aimed for my legs, trying to ruin my career." And guess what? 4 other dudes got in on the action, all tied to the same beatdown. They're pointing fingers at Diallo, calling her the mastermind, saying she had some serious beef with Hamraoui. They even snooped around Diallo's phone and found some disturbing Google searches, like how to break a kneecap. Talk about taking rivalry to a whole new level, right? And guess what? Violence doesn't always happen outside of the pitch. There's this ex-Bangkok FC dude, right? He got the boot from his club because he decided to go all MMA on an opponent during a match. I mean, talk about taking football to a whole new level, am I right? Now, here's the crazy part. It wasn't like he meant to do it. The other player even threw out an apology right away, playing the "my bad" card. But oh no, our Bangkok footballer wasn't having any of it. He was straight up fuming about the challenge. Picture this, he flips around, pure rage mode engaged, and bam! He smacks the other guy with an elbow straight out of the MMA playbook. Total mayhem on the pitch, and the poor Bangkok University FC player took the hit after accidentally clipping him. Talk about a game gone wild. It's pretty crazy when you see a game get this physical. But ever seen Ronaldo attacking a fan for a picture? Ronaldo's not always the happiest camper when he runs into fans, and sometimes it totally blows up in his face. Flashback to the Manchester United days. Ronaldo's all fired up after a tough 1-0 loss to Everton, and guess what? He decides to take out his frustration on a fan. Turns out, the fan is a 14-year-old autistic dude just trying to snag a selfie with his idol. Ronaldo, in his rage mode, ends up smashing the poor kid's phone and accidentally gives his hand a beating. Talk about a jaw dropper for the kid and his mom. The fans were fuming, and even the cops got in on the action. Ronaldo eventually comes to his senses, apologizes to the kid, forks out for a shiny new iPhone, and throws in an invite to another game for good measure. But wait for it. The FA, that big boss of English football, drops a charge on Ronaldo. He ends up with a hefty fine and a temporary ban from hitting the field. Someone that needs a temporary ban from hitting the field is this guy. Now this one is embarrassing as much as it is shocking. This is an epic fail in the Canadian Premier League courtesy of our guy Alessandro Righi from Valor FC. Picture this, Righi takes a shot, it's like goal o'clock, but hold up. Akio, the dude with the plan, charges in like a hero, ready to tap it in for the easiest goal ever. But man, he doesn't just miss, he performs some kind of magical clearance and launches the ball into the next zip code, turning a surefire goal into a throw-in situation. It's like he's playing 4D chess while the rest of us are stuck in 2D checkers. I mean, how do you even explain that kind of sorcery? Pure agony for the team, and we're all left scratching our heads, wondering if we just witnessed a new level of football chaos. World-class defending, if you ask me. Let's move on to some real pitch chaos. Things got totally bananas at the A-League Melbourne Derby. Picture this, City's goalie, Thomas Glover, ends up with a bloody face thanks to a rogue bin flying his way. What was supposed to be a chill mass walkout in the 20th minute turned into a full-blown chaos fest. Fans took it up a notch and spilled onto the pitch like they were auditioning for some wild reality show. Next thing you know, poor Glover's face meets a bin, and it's not a pretty sight. Talk about a derby day going from let's peacefully protest to let's toss stuff and make a goalie bleed. If I was Glover, I wouldn't mind having that Bangkok player there to knock some people out with his elbows. Where are you when we need you, bro? But hear me out. Imagine giving all players except the goalkeeper red cards. Seems impossible, right? Not when you're Facundo Tello refereeing the Argentina Champions Trophy final between Boca Juniors and Racing Club. It was like a red card festival, my friend. 10 players got the boot. Can you imagine? The field turned into a battlefield after Racing's Carlos Alcaraz scored a late goal. Referee Facundo Tello, the same dude who called the shots at the World Cup, went full-on card dispenser mode. He handed out 7 red cards to Boca and 3 to Racing. It was like he had a deck of cards, and he was a dealer at a crazy poker party. I mean, come on, even a football game couldn't handle that much red. Talk about a showdown that's going to be remembered for ages, from one shocking referee to another. This referee ended up blowing the full-time whistle twice in one game. In the Africa Cup of Nations match between Tunisia and Mali, Zambian referee Jenny Sakazwi turned the whole thing into a real-life circus. First off, he's trying to wrap things up like it's a speed round of a game show, attempting to call full-time after a mere 85 minutes. I mean, come on, Janny, we paid for a full 90-minute show, not a short film. But wait, there's more! He goes ahead and blows the whistle again a cool 20 seconds before the legit 90 minutes are up. It's like he's got somewhere else to be, or maybe he's just got a hot date with the post-match pizza delivery. And get this, there were VAR checks, penalties, and even red cards that needed to be checked. But you think our guy Janny cares? It's absolute chaos out there. Talk about turning a football match into a roller coaster ride of confusion and unpredictability. He had places to be clearly. Let's move on to some crazy news about our controversial man himself, Gerard Piqué. Right before Messi's departure, Barca was so broke they couldn't keep their star. Well, fingers started pointing left and right, and guess who got caught in the blame game? Our man Gerard Piqué and his fat paycheck. But hold up, Piqué wasn't having any of that. When the whole world was throwing shade at him during the Lionel Messi salary drama, Piqué decided to set the record straight. The dude swiftly shut down the haters by throwing up a pic of his bank account statement that basically screamed, "Hey, my salary got slashed in half, y'all!" So, there you have it. Piqué wasn't the bad guy in this mess. He was just doing his thing, trying to keep it real and show everyone he's not swimming in cash like Elon Musk. What a menace. This guy doesn't care about leaking anything about himself. From incredible misses to heart-stopping fights, football has given us more wow moments than we can count. If you enjoyed this crazy roller coaster ride through the shocking moments in football, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more mind-boggling content, and stay tuned for the next video. Until then, keep enjoying the game and see you on the pitch. Want to see more videos like this? Maybe one where we show you 10 times footballers got caught cheating. Click the video to watch it. You won't regret it.